Hey, what's up? It is Heather Vargas with Heather Vargas Fitness. Today, I thought I would do a little video on sharing with you my 5 tips for plus-size women who are starting out on their new fitness journey. Hey there fam, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather Vargas. I am a women's plus size fitness coach and I am studying to become a personal trainer, which is really exciting. I am here today to share with you my 5 tips for plus size women who are beginning their fitness journey. So my number 1 tip for you is just to start walking. Starting walking is a very foundational start to a fitness journey. You walk every single day. You have to walk every single day. So start walking with a little bit more intention. Walking anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes per day is going to get you a step above than what you currently were. You could easily, if you live in an apartment, you could walk the halls of your apartment. You could walk around a mall, which is not uncommon. You could find closest high school, which usually all of them usually have a track. You could go walking before school starts or after school ends so you're not interrupting any school activities. And you could definitely also just get outside and just go for walks. That is what I first did whenever I started on my fitness journey, was I just started going on walks. 15 to 30 minutes every single day, and you could pop in your favorite podcast or your favorite ebook or just listen to music and just go for a walk. Just go. You can set a timer on your phone or you can just walk as far as you absolutely can. I would also make sure that you have really good, proper fitting shoes that are not going to tire at your feet very quickly. If you do not have good walking shoes, good walking tennis shoes already, I would recommend if you purchase them that you break them in around the house before you actually start going on those longer treks. For me, whenever I started walking, that turned into hiking, and I'd always had a love for the outdoors anyway, so that just kind of came natural to me. So first tip, just begin walking 15 to 30 minutes every single day. My second tip is to find an accountability partner or group. More than likely, you have a friend or family member who would love to go on your fitness journey with you. Either they want to be there for support for you, or maybe they have fitness goals and they're wanting to start their own journey themselves. You can also find a plethora of accountability Facebook groups also. I personally also have one. It is Wellness in Mountains, and I will link it below. You are more than welcome to join. I would love to have you. Having an accountability partner or group really gives you a space to be accountable. Even if you just need to text someone every single day that says, hey, went on my 30-minute walk, send them a quick little picture of you actually walking. You can be your own accountability partner and use social media as your accountability by posting you walking every single day, by showing a little Instagram story or Facebook story. If your accountability people are on Snapchat, you could do a quick little Snapchat of that as well. My third tip for you is to set yourself up with SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, they are measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic, and they're timely. One of the number 1 mistakes that I used to make when I was starting my fitness journey was I was setting up unrealistic goals. I had 100 pounds to lose, so I'm like, 6 weeks I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. That's not gonna happen. It took you years to get to the space that you are, so it may even take you years to get to your goals. And in my opinion, just getting into your fitness journey could be the goal itself. Maybe you tell yourself your goal is going to be, I'm gonna get up for 15 minutes every single day and go on that walk for a month. That is my goal. After I'm done with that goal, I will reevaluate what I can and cannot do, and I will either add or subtract. That is smart. I don't like necessarily for someone to set up weight loss goals right away, because weight loss goals can be very damaging to someone sometimes. because I feel when someone starts a fitness journey, they automatically think if they start doing something for a whole month, they're gonna lose 5, 10, 20, 15 pounds right away. Granted, some people do. However, there's a lot more steps in your journey that are going to attribute to actual weight loss. So set up those specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals. Do that for yourself. Write them down in a notebook. Which also brings me to number 5, tracking your progress. Get you just a plain old notebook. Use it specifically for your fitness journey. Write out the date and the time every single day, how long you walked, how far you walked, if you can track that. That's also good to know too, because you can be able to see, are you starting to walk faster? Are you covering more ground? That's also a really good way to track things. Sometimes what I like to do, if I'm going to be walking a new area and if it's drivable, what I will do is I will restart my odometer on my truck and I will drive that length from my house there and back, or from starting point to end point, and I will find out how many miles it is so that I am aware. Sometimes we may feel like a distance isn't very far when we're driving and we think that we could walk that, but in reality it may be a little bit too far for a beginner. So make sure you kind of know that also. If you know of some pretty easy hiking trails in your area, more than likely you're gonna know the distance of them. You also wanna make sure that you take before photos. Before photos are really good. Make sure you're not wearing any frumpy clothing, no sweatshirts or anything like that. These pictures are for your own personal self. So taking before and after pictures in your undies isn't that big of a deal, and it's not very uncommon. I also like to take before and after pictures wearing the same clothing, relatively in the same background. I have a white door on my bedroom door, so I like to try to take my before and after pictures in front of that because it's a blank canvas. Also, measuring yourself is a huge motivator, more so than any scale ever will be. And I'm sure you've heard the saying, muscle weighs more than fat. That is not true. A pound is a pound. However, a pound of fat and a pound of muscle, they are completely different, because the pound of fat takes up more room than a pound of muscle. So you could be losing inches and not necessarily losing weight. Me personally, I'd rather lose the inches. You also want to make sure, if you start adding in any sort of lifting or body weight movement, such as push-ups or sit-ups or lunges or squats or something like that, or maybe if you start using resistance bands, keep track of the reps and the weight that you're using and how you're progressing. Track everything. If you do not track your fitness journey, you don't know how you're progressing or how you're regressing. That's very, very important to do. And my 5th tip for you is to stop with the limiting beliefs and the self-sabotage. Stop telling yourself that you can't do this. Stop telling yourself that you're too far gone, that there's no way you can ever come back from that, from the point that you are. Stop with the limiting beliefs. I know we all have someone in our lives who is a negative, and they may have even told you or will tell you, why are you gonna start working out? You're too fat, you don't need to do that. Or I've even had some people look at me really strange when I'm lifting weights or something, and they're like, why are you doing that? Just because a woman is plus size does not mean that she has the ability or want to be a fitter person. It also does not mean that she's not already fit. If you spend any time on Instagram, you should be able to see that there are plus size athletes everywhere. They're everywhere. I follow an ultra marathon runner who is a plus size woman. There are several models who are plus size. So stop with your limiting beliefs of your body image that you have of yourself, thinking that you cannot do something, because you absolutely can. What it takes is this in here, your heart. If your heart is in it and your soul wants it, you can do this. Stop with the limiting beliefs. I believe in you. I know you can do this. When I first started out on my fitness journey, I after, you know, I did my walking and everything and I started a fitness program, I cried throughout the entire half-hour video. I cried like I can't do this. But I got up and I did it every single day, and every day got a little bit easier and a little bit easier. And which brings me to my next point, is that you can modify so many things. So many things. And don't worry, I will be coming at you with videos on how to modify certain exercises very soon. And I have a bonus tip for you. Get the right gear and clothing. This goes for when I was talking about walking earlier. Make sure you have the proper shoes for this. One of my favorites for just walking is the brand Brooks. They make phenomenal walking shoes. They're really awesome. If you start getting more into outdoor hiking, what I would recommend is getting you a pair of Merrells are really good. And I love my Adidas Terex, I think is how you say that. I love my Adidas Terex. But just make sure that you go to a store and try on several pairs of shoes, walk around in them. And there's even some special shoe stores that you can actually get fitted for the proper shoes. I would definitely do that. I would also make sure that you are set up with the proper clothing. You want to be comfortable. You want to either be cool or warm depending on the weather. So make sure that you have the right gear, the right clothing, because if you don't, you're probably going to end up hating life. I know several times I would try walking in a pair of super frumpy like leggings that were not made for walking. They were made for lounging, and they kept falling down and they kept irritating me, and they ended up like giving me like a little bit of the chubra rash. And I hated it, and I didn't walk for a really long time. So just to go back over these one more time, start walking 15 to 30 minutes every single day. Find an accountability partner or group. Set yourself up with some SMART goals. Track your progress. Stop with your limiting beliefs and get yourself the right gear and the right clothes to begin this journey. And if you're watching this video, obviously you are interested in starting your own fitness journey, and I'm so proud of you for taking this leap. And we will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my video on my 5 tips for plus size women just starting out in their fitness journey. And I hope that you will go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and you can follow me at Heather in Mountains on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest.